The next topic we're going to address is going to be the point-slope equation. So we've talked about slopes, and now we're going to look at the point-slope equation. We're going to talk about, we talked about slopes, so now we're going to talk about how to use that to get equations of lines, and the first one is this one. Basically, the idea is this. So if I give you a slope, let me try this again. If I give you a point, like x1, y1, and a slope, do you remember the letter that we use for slope? Maybe? M? I think it has something to do with like the word mountain in French, slope. So if I give you a point, x1, y1, and a slope, m, you give me the equation. Okay? And the way that this works is you've got something like, this is the general form. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay? Now, in case you think that this is going to be something that you kind of get backwards, like, well, which side does the y go on, or if you think you can memorize it backwards, remember that this comes directly from the slope formula, which is y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, right? So what we can do, or what we would do in this case, is multiply both sides by this. Oops, so that we get m times x2 minus x1 is equal to y2 minus y1. So that's how we get this. It's very, very straightforward. It's just for manipulating the slope equation so that we have it. All right. So what we're going to do, you might have problems that look something like, so write the equation of a line with slope equal to 4, going through the point, -1 and 3. All right, so that's kind of what we're looking at, problem like this. So I'm going to always look at my general form, so you always write the general form first. Y minus y1 is m times x minus x1. So what am I going to put in for slope? Okay, so 4 is, that's going to be my m. This one's going to be my x1. And this one's going to be my y1. And honestly, it's just as straightforward as plugging it directly in the equation. So y minus y1 is 3, equals, my slope is 4, and then x minus x1 is -1. So I have y minus 3 equals 4 times x plus y. And honestly, that's it. Don't simplify it any further. This is officially the point-slope form. This is point-slope form. Okay, so when you're doing this on your homework, definitely don't simplify it. Don't distribute your 4. Don't move the 3 to the other side. Don't solve for y. You want to set it together in exactly this format, in point-slope form. Okay? So they can mess with these problems a little bit just to give you something interesting to do. So let's try, what's it doing? It's crazy, that's what it is. There we go. Find the equation of a line in point-slope form. That's supposed to be an S. Point-slope form with x-intercept of 2 and y-intercept of 3. All right, so let's see. We'll say, what are we missing? We want to do this in point-slope form. We don't have any points. We don't have any slopes. So what do? All right. So the first thing you want to do when you see these kinds of problems is remember what x-intercept and y-intercept mean. So if I wanted to rewrite x-intercept and y-intercept as coordinate pairs, how would I do that? So think on that so you can get it to work, so you can get to do something. So the x-intercept, that's going to be 2, 0. And the y-intercept is 0, 3. So that's the first step of getting this problem right. Here's the second step, and this is going to be a key strategy for all these kinds of problems in this section, is to find the slope, or find a slope, if it's not given. All right, so that's definitely going to be something that you'll need to do. So in this case, we need to find the slope, because we have points now, but for point-slope form, we need points and a slope. So my slope, actually, we'll call that m, is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We'll go x1, y1, x2, y2. So y2 is 3, that's what I'm doing, 3. Minus y1, which is 0. All over x2, which is 2. No, x2 is 0. Thought that felt weird. And then x1 is 2. All right, so we've got 3 over negative 2, or negative 3 halves. So that's my slope. Now I need to get the equation of the line. So my general form, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay? So now I have everything I need. I'm actually going to do this 2 different ways. This one, I'm going to use the first pair that we had, the first point, just to show you. It doesn't matter which point you use. Either point will work. Just to kind of forestall that. So if we're using this point over here, then we've got y minus 0 being equal to negative 3 halves times x minus 2 times x minus 2. That's one way. Now we'll simplify it down to this point to say y equals negative 3 halves times x minus 2. So that's one answer. That's very exciting. My toddler is just informed me he has puzzles. Okay, so your other option is y minus 3 equals negative 3 halves times x minus 0. And now here you can go ahead and you can say y minus 3 equals negative 3 halves times x. Was that loud? That sounded loud. All right, so either one of these answers would work. All right, so either solution is okay. But just remember that you don't want to simplify. That's the big thing. Just don't oversimplify. They definitely want you to have it in this format, so don't do anything too funky with it. But other than that, that should be enough to get you started on that set of problems.